Would you rather come across a random man or a random bear in the woods? Starting with you.
Oh my god.
Have you heard of this one before?
I have. Maybe in the context of the woods. A bear.
Oh, no. Okay. What about you?
A man.
Bear.
Definitely a man.
Bear.
Man.
Man.
A man.
A man.
Man.
Wait, so bear, bear, bear? 3 bears? 3 bears. Why do you guys pick bear? Why do you guys pick bear?
At least I know like the potential actions of a bear.
Do you?
And I don't, like how they would react. And I don't know really if it's like 50-50 for a man. So I'd rather take my chances with the bear.
Okay.
You think it's 50-50?
For the bear, the same
Like
thing.
they
it
could
will
either be
kill
good
you.
or bad is what I'm saying. The man, like I
Yeah,
don't know.
50% of them you think would be bad?
Like I don't know.
But maybe if he's in the woods, it's because he's hunting, and so
Yeah.
he can
Okay,
protect
here,
you.
Potentially,
let me
yeah.
add a
Not
caveat.
hunting you. Like
But I don't
hunting
know that.
animals.
With the
I
bear
don't
is
know
50%
that.
as
Men
well.
don't
Bear
go
will
to
kill you.
Yeah, men
right
don't
there.
go to the forest or wherever you said to find women to hunt.
They go
find-
hiking.
I disagree. Some do.
to hunt women.
I'm gonna go to the forest
And
trying
hunt
to
a
get me
girl.
Yes, that's the perfect
No,
place
I mean, by
for them
this
to
logic,
find
men
us.
shouldn't go to hospitals because that's where women
The
go. to hunt
forest?
men.
Yes,
I would
because-
think like a nightclub or a
Because it's
bar.
like quiet out there, like
Quiet.
there's no cops.
So you walk
like,
around the
What the
forest
fuck?
alone.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, but just so you know,
like
by the
people
same logic,
camping.
women do hunt men, and there are many, many women who are serial killers. Maybe more than even men. They just do it in vulnerable positions.
Yeah, we
Usually as
don't-
nurses.
do not go to
Usually
the
as
forest to hunt
nurses.
a man.
Usually as caretakers. Usually in those positions.
Okay, your
So it's
statistics are
like-
wrong.
Oh my God, Nicola.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. I don't speak Hawanese.
You said-
But anyway, back to where I was before I was so rudely interrupted.
Damn.
Yeah, so by the same logic,
Be nice.
men shouldn't go to hospitals and things like this because that's where the predators are, right?
That's for you, I think.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so women also are serial killers and hunt down men and do horrible things to them. They just do it when men are in vulnerable positions. Usually as nurses, women do this. In caretaker positions, they do this. They usually do it from those positions. So if your logic is sound that men are going out to forests, 'cause some men are going out to forests to hunt down women, then by this logic, men should basically demand to never have a female nurse, right? Because that's where women go to hunt down men, right?
If that's what they feel comfortable with, like if they feel comfortable only with the male nurse, then sure.
The majority of nurses are all women. That's
Yeah.
super
Yeah,
dangerous.
almost all of them, yeah.
Yeah, that's super dangerous for a man to be like, I want a male nurse. What if, like,
If that's
Wait.
their preference, like I don't have
Be-
anything wrong with
Before
that.
we have too much of a back and forth, there were 2 others who picked bear. Just curious to hear your guys' input on why do you pick bear over man? We'll start with you. Why not?
I feel like you know what to expect with the bear. Like the worst they can do is kill you. But for a man, it could be worse. And I feel like with the bear, it's like, I think it's like for a grizzly, you just like play dead, and if it's like a black bear, you like make loud noises to scare them off. So I feel like if it comes to a point where they like try to attack you, you kind of know what to do. If that makes sense.
What would you do if they attack you? Fight them off?
I'll die. I don't care.
Oh, I have one follow-up question, but I want to just get your why do you pick bear?
I honestly kind of want to change because I don't want to die. So
You don't want to die?
I would rather encounter a man and whatever that leads to than.
Well,
the
you
bear could be
the
cute.
man could kill you.
The
too.
_random_bear donated $100. Would you like to go on a date, a picnic lunch? I'm 7-8 inches tall with a bite force of 1,200
the
pounds. You
meme,
bring
the
the
Kyle
meat,
meme?
I will bring the wine. 50-50.
Speaking of which, TTS is now 100. We've lowered the TTS to 100 if you guys want to get it in. Thank you, Random Bear. We have a meme about this. Bro, Brown bear, 9 feet tall, 1,300 pounds, 4 inches by force, pelt, speed. Kyle, 5'10", 174 pounds. Engineer, said hi to you at the gym.
Poor cow.
Poor
I
Kyle.
definitely changed my answer now. Definitely bear.
Wow, you switched.
I'm just kidding.
I did have a kind of different question. So here's and Andrew, tell me what you think about this one, because I think it's actually quite good. So you're spawned into a forest with a bear. Now you can choose to either spawn alone or with a man who has a firearm. Do you choose to spawn into the forest alone with the bear, or into the forest with the bear with a man who has a firearm that could kill the bear?
He's a total stranger.
Total stranger. So he might kill the bear, but then afterwards he might kill,
I will
Wait.
choose him. Yeah.
Well, let's start here.
Yeah, I would choose the man because, I don't know, I have a better chance of surviving since he has a firearm.
Okay.
Myself.
Alone. Still
Yeah,
spawn
alone.
alone in the forest. Okay.
The man with the firearm.
Okay.
I'd still be
Still-
myself in the bear.
Still, okay. Alone with the bear.
The guy with the gun.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from Texas. Everyone like around me has firearms.
I'd go alone.
Wait, was your answer bear last time or man?
It was man.
Wait, but now you pick the bear? Wait,
I'd go alone.
with the bear.
Yeah.
No. So there's a conflation which happened. So an earlier answer was I would go alone. And so she thought that was an option which you had offered, even though it wasn't.
To the second question that I asked?
Yeah, so the gal on this side who's wearing the black shirt had said she would come in alone. And you just kind of granted, okay, you thought that meant alone with the bear, but she just meant I would spawn in alone. And so this gal thinks that was an actual option, even though it wasn't.
Wait, who answered that way?
So from my perspective, on my right, third down.
Oh, you said alone? But alone
Yes.
with the bear?
Yeah.
Okay, I think she knows it's alone with the bear.
Yeah, I know, but that's where the confusion is because she just said alone. And so then when it got to the other side of the table, she thought alone was an answer. That's why you keep saying alone with the bear, and she keeps saying alone. It's because you're talking past each other.
I'd spawn in alone and encounter the bear
Okay.
by myself.
But previously you said you'd encounter the man.
Hopefully, he doesn't have a weapon on him. If I'm encountering a man, I'm hoping that he does not have a weapon on him when I see him. Now, if he does, then I have to take my chances, which is why I started with a man. But if he automatically has a firearm, I'd rather go alone.
But the bear is still there, even with the man with the
Yes.
gun, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it switched. Previously she said she'd prefer the man over the bear, but now she prefers the bear over the bear and the armed man.
Because the man is armed.
And the
Interesting.
man can shoot the bear. That's nice.
He can also shoot me.
But he will not die before.
Let's hope.
Okay. Angelic, your answer to this?
The man.
Okay.
The man.
All right. Andrew, do you think that's a good one to add to this? I think it's interesting.
Yeah, I'd say, well, it's a good caveat. It's just asking. He's in the ultimate position of authority. So now he has the firearm. So before, maybe the power dynamic was even that, okay, he's just potentially physically stronger than you. But now he's physically stronger than you and he's armed. Would that still be a more optimal situation to spawn into a forest with no gear except this guy and his gun, or you with a dangerous animal? So I would think that the answer would be obvious. I would definitely, if I were a woman, take my chances with whatever random man with a gun. I think that your chance would be significantly better of getting out of that forest than if you spawned in with a bear. But
Going back to the original question, I think you said it's 50-50. So let me maybe ask the question a bit more pointed. What percentage of men do you think would choose to victimize you in some way in this situation?
Oh, I'm not too sure about that. I meant it more in the way of I can encounter them and they could either kill me or not. That's more the way I
Well,
meant
somebody
it.
could or could not do something, but the percentage could be skewed. There's
Yeah.
a 1% chance they could and a 99% chance they couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
So could or could not doesn't necessarily imply 50-50, right?
Okay, yeah. I take that
Well,
back then.
But like, so 50-50 would imply there's a 50% chance they could.
no, yeah, I
and a
didn't mean it in
50%
that
chance
way.
they couldn't.
Yeah.
So what percentage do you think it is, though?
Ooh, I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
If you had to give a guess, you have 10 random men on a wall.
Yeah.
How many of them would you say, if they could, would do bad things to you if nobody knew that they were going to?
Maybe like 3
3.
out of
30.
10.
So 30, that would be 30%.
Okay.
Sure. Like, I don't know for sure, but I would say, yeah.
No, I understand. I
Yeah.
understand. Just you're just kind of going off your intuition and your guess.
Yeah.
30%.
And then what about for you?
I think it's less than that. So yeah, that's why I changed my answer because I was
Okay.
evaluating.
If you had 10 random men on a wall, how many would you say? If they could do bad things to you and nobody would ever know, who would?
Out of 100, I would say like 5.
No, 10.
Okay, out of 10, maybe 1.
1. So 10%.
I would say 2.
Okay.
2. 20%.
10, 20, 30%. Interesting.
Closer to 1%.
Interesting.
Or 0.5% or 0.3%. It's very, very, very low. The amount of men who commit violent actions against women or against other men, like just so you know, like it's actually a very low percentage. But I would like to ask this kind of follow-up question. I'm just curious about this because Brian introduced this different dynamic. So let's say the situation was this: you you could pick the man with the gun, and you knew that his motivation was that he would not hurt you. He's not going to hurt you no matter what, okay? He's not going to actually hurt you. But the caveat is you don't know if he's going to share resources or demand that you give him sexual favors in exchange for him actually doing anything for you while you're in the forest. Would you still opt for the man then?
Like if he's just coexisting with you?
Well, he exists there, right? He's got the gun. He's definitely going to be the one who's getting the food. But you're not sure if he's going to share the food with you, and he can make kind of demands that are mutual, right? He can say, okay, I'll share my food with you, but, it's going to require some sex or something like that, right? Would you then opt to spawn in with him?
Yes, and then I would him.
Nobody is surprised.